What's up, everyone? The topic of today's video is why am I not worth it? To be honest with you, it all comes down to our childhood. Once upon a time, when you were a kid, you decided that you are not worth of something. In your case, it could be, I don't know, a toy or a girl or a boy you didn't talk to, whatever the case might be. Maybe it was a cat or a dog or a puppy or a kitten that you decided not to allow yourself to have it. In my case, it was a girl I didn't allow myself to talk to. And when we grew up, so back in the days, you didn't allow that thing to happen. Could be a small thing, really small. And then 10, 20, 30 years later, you realize that you still live with that permission. Well, I'm gonna repeat that permission you did not permit yourself to happen. And in my case, when I moved to America, I started making money. I started making $5,000-$10,000 a month. I was making 10K a month, right? But I did not allow myself to have some luxuries, like to have a nice car. I was driving an old. My car was okay, but I wanted to drive something better. But I did not have a permission. I thought I was not worth it. You know what I mean? And I started digging deep inside into my subconscious mind. And I realized that the car, I could afford it. I had money to it, but I didn't allow myself to buy a nice car. I didn't. And for 5 years, I was making all right money. I was making $7,000-$8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and I pretty much could have afforded a better car than my car used to cost like $6,000 or $7,000 a month. And I was gonna buy a nicer car, but every time I wanted to buy a car, something else comes up. When I mean something else, like some expenses, My father used to call me from Russia, oh, I need money for this, or my mother, or something else, or out of nowhere the IRS called me, you owe money because you filed your taxes wrong 2 years ago, and now we have to charge you whatever, $2,000 out of nowhere. And every time I wanted to buy a car, or I wanted to lease a nicer car, something else would have popped up, something unexpected. And I'm like, why is it happening? I have money, why I can't freaking go and buy the car? Or why I can't go and buy a watch to myself for $1,000, $2,000? I make 10,000, you know what I mean? Once for 5 years I can buy a watch, right? Why not? Once I start digging into my subconscious mind, I realized that I'm not worth it. I'm not worth of a watch. Even though I have money, I'm not worth of driving a nice car. I am not worth of living in a nice building, you know what I mean? I'm not worth it. Even though I have money, I'm not worth of buying it. So why I'm not worth it? When in reality, I am worth it. So I start digging inside my subconscious mind and realized that once, when I was a kid, I was a child, I did not allow myself what I wanted. It was me. I could blame the society, I could blame my parents, I could blame my teachers, whatever. But it was me who made a decision. I wrote that in my book. By the way, read that book if you want to find the answers, because I put all my knowledge in there. That was a small commercial of my book, by the way. Anyway, I'm gonna try my best to put out all my knowledge in the videos I'm making daily for you guys. So you gotta come back into childhood and allow yourself to have it. It's not easy. I mean, it's not like you can't turn your time back, you can't go back into childhood, but when you close your eyes and visualize, your brain doesn't see the difference between reality and the things you visualize, the things you imagine. It doesn't see the difference. To your brain, everything is the same. That's the trick. And that's the ability we have as a human beings to change things inside of ourselves so the outside can change as well. So as soon as I changed the inner beliefs, as soon as I allowed to that child, to inner child, let's say, I allowed to that inner child to talk to that girl, to be with that girl, you know what I mean? That's when in my outer world things start happening. I was able to go and buy the watch I was dreaming of. I was able to go and buy the car I was dreaming of. I allowed myself. So the question is, are you allowing yourself? Of course, a lot of you are gonna say, yeah, you had money, you were stupid, you didn't buy the car, blah blah blah, it's your fault. But I don't have money to buy the car right now. I don't have ability to live in the nice building, whatever. I don't have the ability. I don't have. You don't have it only because you are not allowing yourself to have it. You don't have it only because you think you are not worth it. When in reality, you are worth of everything you want. You are worth of everything you deserve. Whatever you want in your life, could be relationship, could be car, could be, I don't know, a house, a career of your dreams, whatever. You're worth it. Remember, you worth of it. Allow yourself, give yourself a permission. Meditate a little bit on that. Set an intention. If you never meditated before, okay, I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. Sit straight with your back straight. You don't have to sit for 3 hours every day. Set an intention. Ask yourself a question. Sit with your back straight. Close your eyes. Put some music, some binaural beats. On YouTube, you have dozens of them, millions of them. Just type binaural beats, listen to them, and the one which resonates with you. Find the pleasant music without the words. It's not supposed to be guided meditation. Set an intention, close your eyes, and concentrate on your breathing. Concentrate on your breathing, and whatever thoughts you have, just let them be there. Let them go through your mind. Concentrate on your breathing. Your breath will slow down little by little. Your breath will slow down. It might get to the point when you stop breathing, and that's when you might be scared, because that's what happened to me. It was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna die. How I'm gonna live without breathing? I know it happened to me. That's why don't be scared of it. Just trust the process. Trust God, universe, higher self, whoever you believe in, God, Allah. Whatever you believe in, you have to believe in something. If you don't believe in God, believe in yourself, believe in your higher self, that there is the higher version, the better version of you watching you, you know what I mean? Something out there is watching you. So, and the answer will come. The answer why you are not worth it. It's not easy, to be honest with you. It's hard work, self-development, self-improvement. Most of the time we would like to blame someone. We would like to blame the government, the president, the parents. Oh, I wish I could have a better parents, you know. I wish I could have a better boss. I wish I could have blah 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 blah. When in reality, we have to admit that everything, every single thing depends on us. When we admit it, when we start changing it, that's when the magic is gonna start happening. Love yourself. I can't emphasize this enough. To love yourself. I'm gonna make a separate video about self-love. I already made tons of videos about self-love, but I'm gonna make another one because this topic is so important. But I'm gonna say a couple of words in this video about self-love. A lot of people don't love themselves because they think it's egoistic. A lot of people mistakenly think that loving themselves, it means loving your ego. No, that's not true. That's a mistake people make. Loving yourself means taking care of yourself. If you're overeating, if you're smoking a lot, if you're drinking a lot, if you are doing something that hurts you, that's not loving yourself. That's what you do. That's what your ego doing to you. So, love yourself. You are worth of everything. You are no different than me, than, I don't know, any actor or any singer. You are the same. The only difference is they value themselves. They love themselves and they think they worth it. So when you start loving yourself, other people will start loving yourself. When you start valuing yourself, other people will value you as well. And they will value you to the level you value yourself. You know what I mean? If you value yourself to, let's talk about money, to $1,000, other people will value you to $1,000 a month. If you value yourself, value your time, your effort to $5,000, other people will value you for $5,000. If you love yourself unconditionally, other people will love yourself unconditionally. You know what I mean? If you love yourself because you, let's say you're rich, I'm rich, that's why I love myself, other people will love you only because you have money. You know what I mean? That's the secret. Everything starts within here. So remove all the blocks. That's the message for today. Why you are not worth it? Because you decided so. Unless you make a decision, another decision that you are worth it, nothing's gonna change. Change that decision and the magic will happen. I love you. Peace.